Now on 4 News Now at 6, crews are working to clean up downed trees and restore power to thousands of homes. We have team coverage giving you a look at the damage left behind by last night's storm.
In the first alert forecast, I am tracking a cooler, calmer weekend. Also, the amazing lightning and wind totals from last night's storms.
And posts shared online claim the Kootenai County Sheriff nearly hit someone while drinking and driving. Why the Sheriff's Office says those rumors aren't true. Live on 4 News Now and streaming on KXLY Plus, you're watching 4 News Now at 6. Last night's hail and thunderstorms may have ended, but for some, there's still a big mess to clean up. Thousands are still without power tonight. Thank you for being with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Derek Dice has the night off. We have team coverage for you. We begin with Daniel Purcell, who is live at Audubon Park, where crews are still working to clean up several trees that came crashing down.
People across Spokane are cleaning up the mess left behind by last night's storm, just like the trees that are down here at Audubon Park. I spoke to 2 people earlier today whose cars were totaled in last night's storm by falling trees. Tonight, Sean Smith is left wondering what to do next. This is what he woke up to.
Honestly, at this point, with not having insurance, I'm not really sure what to do or where to go about it at this point. It has been a fiasco and a frustrating one back.
Down the road near Finch Elementary, one woman showed us her SUV that was crushed by a large tree. She didn't want to talk on camera, but is frustrated, saying the city told her the trees around her property were healthy and had no risk of falling. She's been reaching out to the city and hasn't heard back. Further north in the Indian Trail neighborhood, residents reported Wi-Fi outages and appliances no longer working after lightning strikes. One of them struck a tree on Osage Way.
It was like a huge kaboom. It's like, wow, that was so loud. It almost sounded like someone set off a bomb.
You can actually see where the lightning traveled all the way down the trunk and then through the roots, where the ground kind of exploded out and sent rocks and wood chips scattered across the street.
This never happened like this before. We've had a lot of lightning storms, but I never expected this. It shook the whole house, and my wife and I, we ran to the living room to see if the kids were okay, and they were crying and scared, and it broke the window, and we looked outside and we saw that the tree was all damaged.
Neighbors say on top of electronics no longer working, the lightning strike was so violent that it caused items inside their homes to fall to the floor.
In my house, all the things that are on the window fell down. Our neighbor across the street actually had a couple of paintings on his wall fly off, so it was not just the sound of it, but there was also a reverberation that happened in several of the houses around.
The city says that over 40 trees were downed across the city, just like this one, and crews are continuing to work to clean up the mess. In Spokane, Daniel Purcell, 4 News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. More than 10,000 people in North Idaho lost power because of the storm. Northern Lights says its customers may have to go without power well into the weekend. Derek Strom spoke with Northern Lights as they try to restore power for thousands more.
Kirsten, I just checked Northern Lights outage map minutes ago, and there are still more than 4,800 customers without power. The company says it could take another 1 or 2 days before everyone has their power restored. Northern Lights says it usually has 30 people working to fix lines, but because of how widespread the outages are, it called in help from other local power companies and says that's doubled the amount of linemen it has available. They've all been working around the clock since these outages began.
We're really focusing all the way from Sandpoint to Bonners Ferry and then in the Priest Lake area. I would say right now we feel Bonners Ferry is the most heavily damaged area.
Southern Boundary County was hit especially hard in this storm, and the county's emergency management department says it got more than 70 911 calls about downed trees. Northern Lights is encouraging customers to continue to check its outage map and its Facebook page. That'll have the latest updates on how crews are making progress over the weekend. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thank you. We're bringing in Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now. And Chris, we talked about just how many lightning strikes. It was a little scary. I mean, that soundbite that we heard from that man, he was saying they ran into the living room to see if the kids were okay. My kids were pretty scared by it.
It's something we don't see here. When you lived in Florida, you probably saw lightning like that, but unusual. Here's a look at the lightning map for our region. This is 24 hours worth of lightning strikes, and really the storms got started earlier in the day down around Orofino and Lewiston, but over 38,000 1,000 strikes over the last 24 hours, most of them yesterday evening. And you could see some of the areas where it's impossible to pick out individual strikes include right over Sandpoint, right over Spokane, down through the Idaho-Palouse, and then over into the Columbia Basin, with a big empty spot right here over parts of the Washington-Palouse. Over 8,000 positive strikes. We separate positive and negative strikes because positive are the most dangerous strikes that are more likely to cause fires, cause damage. These are storm reports around the region. The largest hail was found in the central panhandle down through the southern panhandle, where golf ball and ping pong ball size hail was common. Some of the worst tree damage up through North Idaho and the Northeast Mountains, and the strongest wind gusts primarily in the Columbia Basin. The Yakima area also had a 77-mile-per-hour gust. Moses Lake, a 74-mile-per-hour gust. Ephrata, 71. Grant County Airport, 66. And Grand Coulee, a 60-mile-per-hour gust. We were in the 50-mile-per-hour range at Phelps Field and at the airport. Winds right now, a little bit breezy, but this evening is going to be much quieter and cooler. Temperatures in the 60s by 8 o'clock. I'll be back with your weekend forecast.
Thank you, Chris. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is pushing back against online claims that Sheriff Bob Norris was involved in a crash earlier this month in Coeur d'Alene. The claims stem from social media posts alleging Norris nearly hit 2 people on May 16th. The Sheriff's Office says Norris couldn't have been involved since he was not in the state at the time. The office confirmed a crash did happen. They reached out to the driver and wished them a full recovery. They did not say what led up to that crash. Students and staff at Ferris High School were evacuated today because of smoke in the building. Spokane Public Schools says the source of the smoke was an HVAC fan. Once the fire department determined there was no longer a safety threat, everyone was able to return to class. Just days after getting released from prison, a man is back in jail tonight, accused of crashing a car into a Kootenai County home, killing a person and injuring another. The sheriff's office says that man has already been behind bars dozens of times. Madeline Mullins was in court when he went before the judge, and she has the story.
Today, a bumper, license plate, and grief are what's left of this deadly scene. Just days before, a pickup truck smashed into this condo, killing an elderly man and sending one woman to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Neighbors say that woman was his girlfriend and has since been released.
The deceased victim was eating dinner at the time of this offense. The force of the vehicle pushed the recliner chair he was seated into a different wall, and the victim actually was located inside of that wall.
Today, neighbors I spoke to off camera say when the truck hit the house, they felt their own homes shake. All of them noting what a tragedy this is in their close community. Now, Dylan Henderson has been charged with vehicular manslaughter and DUI. The state claiming just minutes before the crash, Henderson had purchased and used an intoxicating inhalant.
And this is not Henderson's first run-in with the law. Just a few days before the crash, he had been released from Idaho State Prison. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says this arrest marks his 48th time being booked into Kootenai County Jail.
At the time of this offense, the defendant was on felony probation for a felony drug charge, possession of a controlled substance. That was a 2024 case. And so we have an individual, Your Honor, who has had countless opportunities at treatment.
During the ruling, the judge noted his prior convictions and substance abuse problems and stated this is a very frightening case. She set his bond at $1 million. In Coeur d'Alene, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, we are continuing to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Hear the story of one of the oldest buildings in Idaho and the Coeur d'Alene tribe members who helped build it by hand. That's next on 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Orchard Crest Retirement and Assisted Living.
It's time to start that new fencing project. Get on our schedule now. Wood, iron, chain link, and vinyl fencing. Doing it yourself? Stop by our new location for everything you need. Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
Spokane is hosting a thrilling new season of Broadway's biggest hits. Live at the First Interstate Center for the Arts. Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music. And Juliet, featuring your favorite pop songs. The Neil Diamond musical, A Beautiful Noise. The Great Gatsby, the Tony Award-winning new musical. And the timeless Beauty and the Beast. Stories that move us, music that shaped us. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets now.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra. With the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra. Leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. During GMC Truck Month, get 2.9% APR for 72 months on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. Plus, no monthly payments until after Labor Day.
Shop DaveSmith.com.
Do you hear that? Something's calling. A call to climb your own mountain, no matter how it might look. A call to let doubt eat our dust. Express ourselves, and leave it all on the court. A call to community, helping you find your healthier you. Health is calling, and MultiCare is here to help you answer.
For 70 years, our members have been the center of Canopy Credit Union's story. Canopy is a place where everyone belongs, no matter where you started or where you're headed. Our team is here with the tools and personalized guidance for your unique path. Membership with Canopy means more than financial management. Your money makes a difference. Our certified financial coaches uplift businesses and individuals across Stevens, Spokane, and Pend Oreille counties, creating more opportunities for more people. This season of growth starts with you. Become a member today. Canopy Credit Union. Here, you grow.
It's time to start that new fencing project. Get on our schedule now. Wood, iron, chain link, and vinyl fencing. Doing it yourself? Stop by our new location for everything you need. Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
As America approaches its 250th anniversary, we are looking at the people and places that helped shape the Inland Northwest. In North Idaho, one mission has carried several names over nearly 175 years. From the Mission of the Sacred Heart to the Cataldo Mission to what is now known simply as the Coeur d'Alene Old Mission. Our Jason Valentine takes us to the oldest standing building in Idaho.
4 decades before Idaho even became a state, this mission stood in the mountains of the Inland Northwest. Designed by Jesuit missionaries and built by members of the Coeur d'Alene tribe, the Mission of the Sacred Heart became one of the earliest centers of faith, trade, and travel in the Inland Northwest.
That site location for the mission actually sits on land that's been sacred to the Coeur d'Alene people for thousands and thousands of years.
Tribal oral history describes a prophecy about black robes who would bring a new religion. In the 1840s, Jesuit missionary Pierre-Jean Desmet arrived in Coeur d'Alene territory after tribal members invited missionaries into the region.
Our chief at the time, Circling Raven, had a prophecy about the coming of the black robes, and the black robes were going to bring a new way of life and good things and good times for the Coeur d'Alene people.
Italian Jesuit missionary Father Antonio Ravalli designed the church itself. More than 300 members of the Coeur d'Alene tribe helped build the mission by hand. And the old mission, well, it was constructed without using a common item. It was built during the early 1850s, about a decade before Abraham Lincoln became our 16th president, and it's still standing despite not having any nails in it. What they did use were wooden pegs, hand-cut timber, rivergrass, and mud.
In the structure of the building, there was no nails used. They used what's called a Morrison tenon joint. So the frame of the building was built using pegs to hold everything together.
Even today, traces of the original builders still remain throughout the mission. Hand-hewn axe marks in the chapel woodwork, and some of the mission's original decorative urns still survive nearly 175 years later. But perhaps the most personal connection to the original builders can be found pressed into the clay walls, their fingerprints remaining nearly 2 centuries later.
And so looking back and seeing those handprints on the wall, those are the people that survived and made it possible for us today to be a sovereign nation and a strong people.
And in old photographs, some of the tribal builders returned decades later to see the church they helped build. The mission soon became more than a church. In the frontier west, a mission served as a center for trade, travel, shelter, and worship. It became a stop for traders, settlers, and miners traveling the Mullen Road, the first wagon route connecting the inland Northwest across the Rocky Mountains.
It was a center point to the local economy. It was a place of refuge for a lot of people to trade and to stay and to get shelter.
Even some of the mission's artifacts still carry a bit of mystery.
The story goes it was in a museum and it was on display, and the only thing that they could tell from it was that it came from a mission in North Idaho. So we kind of, with conductive reasoning, assume it came from our site here.
Following the creation of the Coeur d'Alene Reservation in the 1870s, the mission slowly faded from prominence. By the early 1900s, the mission had fallen into disrepair.
And so the roof was failing and potentially going to collapse in on itself.
In the 1920s, the Diocese of Boise helped lead restoration efforts that preserved the mission for future generations. The mission remains both a historic landmark and a sacred place for many tribal members today. Every August, members of the Coeur d'Alene tribe still gather at the mission during the Feast of Assumption, where Catholic traditions and tribal beliefs continue to come together.
Well, a belief in the Creator and the idea of loving your Creator and the idea of loving and serving one another, those were things that harmonized with traditional Coeur d'Alene beliefs.
In recent years, the Diocese of Boise deeded the mission property back to the Coeur d'Alene tribe, which now helps manage the site along with Idaho State Parks.
And when the diocese gifted that property back to the tribe, it was a recognition of exactly that we are the rightful people here.
We have two brains working together, two sides working together to come up with solutions to preserve the building and the site for perpetuity.
Nearly 175 years later, the old mission still stands, not only as Idaho's oldest building, but as a reminder of the people who built it, protected it, and continue to carry its story.
And that was, of course, our Jason Valentine report.
Wow. Just blown away by that story. That is so well done and interesting.
I know. He's been showing us, if you haven't seen Jason's stories during our America 250 time here, you should go check him out on KXLY.com. Seeing the fingerprints that he was able to capture in that close-up was really special.
Things you don't go, when you just go visit and read a few plaques and leave, you don't get that depth. So that was amazing. It would be a good Saturday to go check out the mission. It's going to be a nice day. Chance of some showers in the morning. Otherwise, skies become partly cloudy. A little bit of a breeze out of the southwest. 67 degrees. I'll be back with the second half of your weekend forecast next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jordan Sales and Service.
The grand opening event continues, and we are celebrating by offering deep discounts up to $1,000 off, as well as extra money for your trade-ins. And get an oil change for $50 this week at Cal Cars in Coeur d'Alene.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking to have a good time? We got you. Jackpot on your mind? We got you. Come on down and play some bingo. So much fun, so why don't we turn the Coeur d'Alene Casino? Yeah, Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do you. Some days start before sunrise. Others don't slow until long after. Wendell Ford gets it. Life moves, so do you. From first adventures to familiar routines. Wendell is proud to be part of these moments. That's why you can drive a new vehicle for under $400 a month. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
Is AutoPay costing you? I'm Derek Dice. On the next Money Saving Monday, I'll show you why set it and forget it can mean rising bills, creeping subscriptions, and even fraud. And one simple habit to start saving now. Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
I couldn't believe that this was happening.
Barry Manilow, Monday, for the first time, he speaks out about the fight of his life.
There was a couple of moments there that I thought, this may be goodbye.
And what's next?
I can't wait to get back.
The exclusive is on
Good Morning America.
Welcome back. My producer was just reminding me, and I'm glad he did. It's on the calendar, but we have our final soccer game of the season tomorrow, and looks like much better weather.
Oh my goodness, yes. That is fortuitous. What time is the game?
9 a.m.
I wouldn't rule out a sprinkle, but I think you're going to be just fine. But wear a jacket.
That's right.
And take a hot coffee.
You are
it's
so
not
right.
shorts weather.
It's freezing on that field. She told me that earlier before the first game. It is freezing.
So much so that I even asked the National Weather Service, maybe we should do a study of that particular soccer field.
The South Complex.
It's got like a microclimate of windy, weird weather. But I digress.
I've been prepared because of you.
Good. Yeah, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to do soccer tomorrow. It's over for me, grown kids. 72 right now in Spokane. My kids are just in Seattle doing heaven knows what. 73 in Coeur d'Alene right now with mostly cloudy skies in both locations. It's going to be a bit cool if you're heading out for some Friday night fun, especially considering we were up in the 90-degree range for part of the day yesterday. Now, this is 24 hours ago. We were 12 degrees warmer in Spokane, 9 degrees warmer in Coeur d'Alene. Now, you could tell the precipitation was already underway in this part of the region. We were only 10 degrees warmer in Pullman and 9 degrees warmer in St. Mary's, but look how much warmer things were 24 hours ago in Grand Coulee and Moses Lake and Omak before the storms reached you. On our satellite and radar right now, we did have some thunderstorm activity up around Colville and Kettle Falls. That has now moved north of the Canadian border, and it is dry throughout that region. But we do have a few thunderstorms trying to work their way up from the south. They're not going to have a whole lot of luck. Here's our forecast radar starting off. Well, we're going to jump ahead to Saturday at 7:30. We're going to see some additional wet weather try to make its way up during the morning hours. Wouldn't rule out a sprinkle as far west as Spokane, Moscow, Pullman. More likely, though, look how things change once you cross over into western Montana, Kalispell, down toward Missoula. This is 9 o'clock on Saturday. Same system that brought the wild weather yesterday. It's just slowly meandering to the east. And because this is cut off from the jet stream, it's a cutoff low, its exact location is a little bit of a question mark. Here Sunday at 7 a.m., slight chance of showers up around Sandpoint. And then Sunday evening may get some thunderstorms going as we get into Boundary and Bonner County. I know you've already had your fill. Hopefully your power will be back on, and these are going to be nowhere near as intense as the storms we saw 24 hours ago. Zoomed in on radar, just want to show you that wet weather in progress south of Lewiston. 4 things to know about your weather. Isolated sprinkles Saturday morning, partly cloudy by the afternoon, breezy at times this weekend, and will be seasonably warm next week. Tomorrow's highs mainly in the 60s over much of eastern Washington and North Idaho. 71 in Meade, 60s elsewhere around the region. Slight chance of showers Saturday, mostly cloudy Sunday and Monday. Slight chance of showers on Monday, and then we start warming back up into the 70s next week. Kirsten?
We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Numerica Credit Union.
Back to the Future is coming to Spokane.
1955? If they don't meet, they won't fall in love, they won't get married, and neither you nor your siblings will ever be born.
Whoa, this is heavy. Experience the award-winning Best Musical, Back to the Future, at First Interstate Center for the Arts, May 26th through 31st. Get your tickets yesterday.
Chevy drivers need a truck that shows up the same way they do. That's why Chevy Silverado is #1 in manufacturer loyalty. So they can go where others won't, make their own way there, and always get it done. And as long as Chevy people keep showing up, we'll keep building trucks that do the same.
Just announced. Get 2.9% APR on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
Riverview Retirement Community has proudly served seniors since 1959, and they're excited to announce 2 new independent living residences, The Heights and The Crest. The Heights breaks ground in early 2026, featuring 12 thoughtfully designed floor plans and several new campus amenities. Coming fall 2027, The Crest will offer 31 luxury condominiums with private balconies, a rooftop lounge, 24/7 concierge service, and more. Join Riverview Retirement for an informational meeting soon.
At Fred's Appliance, we've been locally owned and family operated since 1962. Founded by a veteran and built on service. This Memorial Day, we're offering big savings on top-rated appliances. Swing in today to find all brands and all styles on sale. From the durability of Frigidaire to the innovative technology of GE, find your next refrigerator at Fred's. Shop the largest supply of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region, only at your local Fred's Appliance.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's what Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
Our dear friend Robin Nance is not here today, but for a very special reason. Tonight, Robin will be inducted into the Northwest Silver Circle, which honors broadcasters who spend more than 25 years in our communities.
A well-deserved honor for Robin, who not only has been a voice during the region's biggest events, but who has also found profound ways to give back. Here's the video celebrating her career that will play tonight at the ceremony in Seattle.
I'm 4 News Now anchor Derek Dice. For 12 years, I had the pleasure of sharing the anchor desk with Robin Nance. And for much longer than that, I had the pleasure of calling her a dear friend.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. Don't adjust your TVs.
By her side and from afar, it's been a privilege to watch such a fantastic journalist at work. Shared a lot of laughs on that desk. We shared our children's milestones. And we shared a love of the inland Northwest that we both call home.
I can't imagine raising my kids anywhere else. Love it here.
Robin's career began in her home state of Missouri, but like many from the Show Me State, she was destined to come west.
Tomorrow on Creme TV News Early Morning, New York.
Robin's inland Northwest career started at Creme TV in Spokane a month before the legendary Spokane ice storm.
Robin, can you hear us?
We are reminiscent of Randy Neves last year, but I broke out the big-time bubble blower. Look at this.
She served our community through its most profound moments ever since.
At 7 minutes after 6 o'clock, we are monitoring a situation for you over on the East Coast where a plane has apparently crashed into the World Trade Center. And
in 2003, just after her third child was born, Robin came to 4 News Now as our evening anchor.
Hi, I'm Richard Brown.
And I'm Robin Nance. You know, it's also construction time.
She later moved to mornings and became a trusted voice in trying times.
We look back at, let's say, February, March, a story that has stunned many of us in a shocking move. It's really important that people trust where they get their news. And here at KXLY, we take
that trust quite literally opened doors that for every other journalist would remain closed.
Life is not okay for those working tirelessly, short-staffed.
I ended my day putting 2 patients in body bags, right?
Her care for our community goes beyond those stories. Her Wednesday's Child segment ignited a passion. Robin was a foster mom herself. She also started a nonprofit to further help kids.
This is not just a clothing bank. This is a place where kids can come and pick out some really great quality clothes that'll just let them feel like they fit in and just like everybody else.
Beloved MC and fundraiser, we're not sure Robin has ever said no to nonprofits and organizations who ask her to speak on their behalf. Robin has anchored every newscast in every day part. Always prepared, she also demands the best of those around her. Her heart for the community shows on the air every day, in the serious and not so serious moments.
Friday fun day.
Always up for an adventure.
That ride of a lifetime got its start this morning, hours before the actual flight.
Especially when it comes to highlighting our nation's military. An Emmy-nominated Myrtle Award-winning journalist, a working mom, volunteer, sports fan, and friend. For decades, a voice our community can trust, and a friend to those of us lucky enough to sit beside her.
You know, Robin has mastered the art of using storytelling as a very powerful resource, whether she's connecting people to one another or maybe learn more about ourselves, put context to the daily news, or write the first draft of history. She translates that to the anchor desk as well. That's why people lean in. They want to share the morning with her, and that's why people are tuning in. So Robin, from my heart to your heart, I will treasure those memories that we had all those years on the anchor desk together. Congratulations, my friend.
Oh, and we echo that. Congratulations.
And that was Richard Brown, who was a longtime anchor here many years ago, who anchored with Robin. Yes, congratulations.
Well, still ahead, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is pushing a new plan to shake up college sports, from NIL deals to scholarship guarantees, what the proposal could mean for student athletes across the country. And this video you're seeing on your screen, a night of lightning strikes across the inland Northwest leaves apartments damaged, flooded, and one building on fire. Why firefighters say storms like these are rare in Spokane, and how close some neighbors came to disaster.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we are proud to be selling Spokane's #1 choice for the best all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive Toyotas. Perfectly made for the inland Northwest. From the sporty Tacoma trucks that are ready for any season and built to go the distance, to the legendary 4Runner, perfect for hiking, camping, and off-road adventures with its turbocharged engine, to the popular and powerful Tundra trucks. Findlay Downtown Toyota has what you need for your next adventure.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
Celebrate the outdoors. Moments over mementos. There's nothing like laying back in pure comfort. You've earned this. Beautiful outdoor furniture made for chilling out. This is how we reset the day and how we reinvent your backyard. Everything you need in one spot. We can make the outdoors another room of your house. Jacobs Custom Living. This is outdoorsing.
At Precision Garage Door, there's nothing we haven't seen and nothing we can't fix. The biggest concern we hear is, my car is trapped. I can't get to work. That's why we provide same-day solutions. At Precision, garage doors and openers are all we do, and we know tomorrow is too late. Quality service quickly. That's what you get with Precision. Right now, get a Precision Garage Door tune-up for only $29.95. 25-point inspection, adjustment, and lubrication included. Call Precision Garage Door today.
Precision Garage Door service, a name you can trust.
This summer marks 1 year of the Scale House Market, located in the Spokane Valley. The outdoor market returns May 9th, featuring local farmers, artisan goods, chef-crafted eats, live music, and hands-on fun for the whole family. And there's more. Don't miss the market's anniversary celebration on May 30th. Special treats, giveaways, and the chance to become a friend of the market to unlock exclusive perks. With events happening all season long, it's the place to gather this summer. The Scale House Market. More than a market.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, we are continuing to follow the damage of last night's powerful thunderstorms. The inland Northwest saw strong gusts of wind, rain, hail, and around 38,000 lightning strikes. Now, some of these strikes did some real damage. Mary Sheridan joins us live with more on the fires started by last night's lightning.
Well, firefighters tell me that there have only been 4 lightning-related home fires in the Spokane area since 2019, and 2 of them happened last night. Now, this apartment building over here suffered some damage as well. We spoke with a tenant who said she was woken up by the storm.
I've never heard a bomb go off, but that was, if there's anything to compare that sound to, it was like a bomb went off.
And the troubles didn't end there. Trina Pearson said moments after the lightning damaged the roof, either rainwater or a broken pipe started flooding her apartment.
Moments later, the house started filling up with water. Water was coming out of all of our light fixtures. All of the cupboards had water just draining out like a waterfall. It was crazy.
She says repairs are underway and she'll be able to return home tonight. But it's a different story for hopeful tenants in Spokane Valley.
They just finished swinging the hammer, putting the last nail on this week. It's all done, ready to go. People were super excited to move in.
Until Mother Nature decided against it. A lightning strike caused an attic fire in this brand new 14-unit living complex. Luckily, no one was inside, but neighbors said the moment shook them, literally.
I heard this big old boom, and then I heard like my whole upstairs apartment just started rattling. It was an earthquake.
I felt it in my bones, and I thought for sure it was a tree that had been hit nearby, so we ran out on the porch and we could see flames coming out of this apartment.
Neighbors say Spokane Valley firefighters were on the scene in minutes to put out the fire. A scary evening, but one that ended in gratitude for many.
I just thought, okay, that could have been our house. It was 3 houses away, and my kids were really scared, but thankfully everyone's okay.
And construction crews are already hard at work making repairs to those 4 damaged apartment units in the Spokane Valley. There's still no set date for tenants to move in, but it's something that we're keeping a close eye on here. Reporting live in Spokane, I'm Mary Sheridan, 4 News.
All right, Mary, thank you. And to go back to what she said at the beginning, that the firefighters have seen 4 this year and 2 were last night. That just goes to show how serious the lightning strikes were.
We had so much lightning, very unusual for this part of the country to see an event like that. We did get so many beautiful photos, and thank you for sending them in. I just wanted to share a couple of my favorites from Jerry Kaiser. He says he went into great detail, and you can read this on my Facebook page. He went up to the Rimrock area just as the storm was coming in. He has a fancy camera that has some sort of lightning detection to set off the shutter. Took a couple of pictures and got right back in his car where it was safe. So that is good. And here is his amazing photo that he captured over Spokane. I can just make out the pavilion there, the Monroe Street Bridge. Beautiful, beautiful. And one other shot from the same time frame, and just amazing photos. And thank you for sending in your photos. Always be safe when you are taking pictures of severe weather. Meanwhile, we do still have a few spots where we've seen the last of some thunderstorms move north of Kettle Falls into Canada. To the south, a little bit of action down around Grangeville, drifting toward Lewiston, and one little something brewing here in Lincoln County that I'm watching that could produce a lightning strike or 2. So we're not completely out of the woods. Temperatures right now are in the 60s and 70s. We are going to be cooler tomorrow. I'll be back with your weekend forecast. Kirsten.
Thanks so much, Chris. Tonight we are hearing from the U.S. Attorney's Office following yesterday's guilty verdict for the 3 Spokane activists in connection to last summer's ICE protest. Justice for All, Jack Archer, and Bajan Mavawala were found guilty of conspiring to injure or impede officers. The charges stem from a protest in June of 2025 when people tried to stop federal officers from transporting several detainees to the ICE facility in Tacoma. The U.S. Attorney's Office saying everyone has the right to make their voice heard, but no one has the right to cross the line in lawbreaking. To read their full statement, head to KXLY.com. New at 6:30 now, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is pushing new legislation she says would protect college athletes and bring stability to college sports. According to Cantwell's office, the bill would create new rules for NIL contracts, including clear requirements for what athletes must do under the deals and how much they would be paid. It would also create a 10-year scholarship guarantee so athletes can complete their degrees after they run out of eligibility. The proposal also aims to limit exploitation by capping agent fees at 5% and requiring agents to register before legally representing student athletes. The bill is scheduled to go before the Senate Commerce Committee on Wednesday. Washington State baseball made a long-awaited return to the NCAA tournament earlier today.
And spoiler alert, it's an awfully great day to be a coup. Check out lifted Wazoo to another colossal upset over the Oregon State Beavers. That's coming next in sports.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Book your stay and play today at MissaquaCasinoHotel.com.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
Davis, with basketball season over, what's next?
Just continue to learn the heating and cooling ropes with Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. Right now we're working on his diagnostic skills. Let me show you. So Davis, this unit right here, long run times, energy usage through the roof, a couple of breakdowns this year. What do you think?
It's battling.
But?
Gotta go. Effort can't fix everything.
That's my boy.
Beat the summer rush and call the heating and cooling experts at Bill's today.
Experience the award-winning Best Musical Back to the Future at First Interstate Center for the Arts, May 26th through 31st. Get your tickets yesterday.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do you. Some days start before sunrise. Others don't slow until long after. Wendell Ford gets it. Life moves, so do you. From first adventures to familiar routines, Wendell is proud to be part of these moments. That's why you can drive a new vehicle for under $400 a month. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
It's a Factory Direct Made in Spokane Spa Wellness event, as Arctic Spas and Clearwater Spas have hot tubs starting at $49.99. Swim spas with special financing. Get to 8108 North Division or SpokaneHotTubSale.com.
Spelling Bee Mania. That is correct. Are these the smartest kids in the USA?
C.A. Jackariza.
That is correct. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
This is what everyone's talking about.
And the slam!
This is Winner Take All. It's all happening now on the home of the NBA Finals. Don't miss it on ABC and the ESPN app.
Washington State baseball enters its first NCAA regional in 16 years today, facing off against the very familiar Oregon State Beavers in a tournament opening game in Eugene. All zeros in the second inning. Jacob Galloway changes that with a deep shot to left. That lands for a fair ball. Throw to third, not in time. Now looking home, Paul Vasquez slides in to take the Beaver lead. To the fourth, 2 on for the Cougs. Pitch in for a strike, throw back to third base. This gets away. Max Hartman has a little bit of daylight, booking it to home, scores to even the game at 1. 6th inning, OSU again in front, but a Matt Priest line drive left sends home Gavin Roy, and we are tied again at PK Park. Now to the 8th, Dustin Robinson with a clutch hit of the day, a double to right, scores Hartman, lifts the Cougs to their first lead, and they keep it in a huge 3-2 upset. The first tournament win since 2010 and the first over a higher seed since 1990. The team spoke post-game about that winning feeling.
I think it was, we were mostly focused on us, to be honest. I think from the start we knew that if we played good baseball, we could beat whoever in the country. And I think there was a lot of confidence and belief just in our building personally. I think that carried on to this game.
Yeah, to go off that, I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job this year of tuning out the noise. You know, we know what matters is, you know, the team and the people that are around us that are supporting us, and so we just knew we had to go out there and compete.
The Cougs play again tomorrow at an undetermined time against the winner of tonight's Oregon versus Yale game. The late and great Mike Leach is on the 2027 College Football Hall of Fame ballot 4 years after his death. Last year, the National Football Foundation lowered the minimum win percentage by 0.5% to get Leach to be on the ballot this year, and he'll be officially open for voting when the ballot comes out on Monday. If Leach earns a spot in the Hall of Fame, it'll be announced next January with the ceremony to honor inductees in December next year. Leach went to 19 bowl games and 21 years of college football coaching, and his air raid offense revolutionized the sport into the modern era. And a huge congratulations to the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups baseball team, defeating state #1 Richland to advance to the state finals. The Bullpups just a win away from becoming the first Greater Spokane League program to ever win a WIAA state title since the league sanctioned the tournament in 1973. Today's semifinal appearance is the first GSL squad this far since Mount Spokane in 2022, but the Wildcats lost in that semi-round. G-Prep continues its historic run with the title bout against 2-seed Sumner, the only of other 3 teams G-Prep hasn't faced so far yet this season. So really, really great performance from G-Prep, and it's neat to see these teams making a far run, and that Gonzaga Prep-Richland rivalry across a lot of sports is really fun to watch.
I have some friends with boys on that team, and they are cheering loudly. All right.
It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, Jack. We'll send it over to Chris.
Your weekend planner, look for a mix of sun and clouds, more clouds than sun at times to be sure. Temperatures will be cooler than average on Saturday with an isolated chance of showers and breezy conditions in the afternoons. I'll be back with a closer look at your weekend forecast and have the 7-day outlook next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The grand opening event continues, and we are celebrating by offering deep discounts up to $1,000 off, as well as extra money for your trade-ins. And get an oil change for $50 this week at Cal Cars in Coeur d'Alene.
Do you have a house that you need to sell without fixing up? Hi, my name is George Anderson with REI Branded Homebuyer. We buy houses in any condition all over the Pacific Northwest. No repairs, no commissions, no stress, just a simple cash sale. We buy inherited houses, rentals with squatters. We even buy mobile homes. Give us a call, we buy them all. For your cash offer, give us a call at 509-355-0355.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
I'm meteorologist Matt Gray. As the weather's warming up, it's probably time to start tackling that honey-do list that you've been putting off. We'll help you with your forecast on Good Morning Northwest.
Ziggy's is a proud sponsor of Good Morning Northwest weather. If you've got a honey-do list, come on into Ziggy's Home Improvement, where we have everything from paints and stains to insulation and roofing to get that honey-do list done.
Matt's honey-do forecast is brought to you by Ziggy's.
You asked,
and we listened. R&R RV is now open 7 days a week. Now through September. The R&R RV sales, service, and parts departments are here for you every single day. Need a service appointment, missing a part, or maybe it's time to upgrade to that dream motorhome. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. R&R RV is open 7 days a week. Sales, service, and parts now open Sundays. R&R RV, family owned and customer driven. Division in Francis and North Spokane, or look for the open sign in Liberty Lake.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Take a look at this video of Blue Origin's new Glenn rocket explode on the launch pad. The company says all personnel are accounted for, everyone is safe, and it also says it's too early to know what went wrong, but the crews are working to figure out what caused the explosion. The question is future launches, because the launch pad was a little bit damaged during the whole explosion, which is what happens when that
Of course.
It does happen. When I used to report in Florida, we would unfortunately see that sometimes, but
that's a bummer.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something positive, like our weather.
Yeah, it is certainly an improvement over 24 hours ago. I pointed out earlier in the broadcast that little spot over Lincoln County, and now it has some friends. Oh, and I just got a cloud ground lightning strike. Okay, nothing compared to last night, but we do have a little bit of development. Not a surprise, be in the unstable air mass behind yesterday's activity, but here we are north of Harrington. That was the initial cell that we were watching develop and just picked up that cloud ground lightning strike, a positive strike. Again, we separate positive and negative because the positive are the more lethal, the more likely to cause fires. A couple spots too as we head further to the north, and then one little area that I'm watching around Medical Lake along I-90 as well. This indicates that we may see some additional thunderstorms, little ones popping up, not the big line that we saw move through a quasi-linear convection yesterday. Lewiston to the south, we do have a few lightning strikes as well. It's moving to the north, but really losing its steam as it does. That says if it's running into some unstable air further to the north, we could see some more development. This is the view looking down at Lewiston and Clarkston, and you can see the showers off in the distance moving right into town. Let's talk about one thing that got lost in the excitement of yesterday is how warm it was. We got up to 89 degrees in Spokane yesterday. That number certainly stands out on our calendar. The only other time we were the previous high temperature for the season was 83 way back on the 12th. That's the third time that we've hit 80 degrees or higher. And then we dropped to 73 today, and we were at 57 earlier in the week. So it has been a temperature roller coaster, and it feels much drier today. I'm sure if you thought, my goodness, it feels muggy, it was not your imagination. Our dew points were very high, and that helped fuel our severe thunderstorms. I wanted to show you on that almanac, our sunrise now is in the 4 o'clock hour. 4 things to know about your weather. Isolated sprinkles possible tomorrow morning. Will be partly cloudy by the afternoon. Cool and breezy at times this weekend. In the afternoons, seasonably warm next week. Temperatures will mostly be in the 70s. All of this unsettled weather brought to us by an area of low pressure cut off from the jet stream. They're tricky, these systems, and that is why there's been a little bit of uncertainty in where we're going to see our wet weather. High temperatures tomorrow will be running below average, 71 in Meade, 60s elsewhere through the Spokane area, and then we will be back up into the 70s. Kirsten.
Good explainer there. Thank you, Chris. Now that our skies have cleared for the most part, the weather this weekend is going to be very nice to get out and enjoy the great outdoors. So in this week's Air for Adventure, we're heading to Spokane Valley to soar over one park that offers plenty of trails and a man-made waterfall. Let's take a trip over Mirabeau Point Park.
The Mirabeau Park waterfall today.
It's just really beautiful to see the water and the wildlife.
Yeah, it feels almost like you're in like a Costa Rica type beautiful waterfall situation. When you're so close to town, it's beautiful.
At the Mirabeau Park trailhead for the Centennial Trail out in the valley. I'm out here riding my bike with my friend. I also came running here last weekend, so I come a lot. It has great parking. I feel like it's a safe access point on and off the trail. It's clean, it's fun, it has access to the river. So I'd highly rate it. Families kind of went on hikes and just brought their little ones kind of down by the water to look at the turtles and up through the trails. So it's very family friendly, a nice walk if you want to get a little hike in. There are lots of trees. The river is very nice and peaceful to bike along and run along. A fair amount of wildlife for being an urban trail. I definitely give it 5 stars. It's really pretty, really beautiful. It's close to the parking lot if you don't want like a whole bunch of walking, but there's also options for the trails as well.
Yeah. It's also handicap accessible, so I think that's a big point. But yeah, definitely 5 out of 5. Super short walk. It's covered in shade, so it's not too hot. It's beautiful.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Marshall Tucker Band. Now they take the highway to a special night full of classics. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, June 4th.
Winning is just the beginning.
For 20 years, the 4 News Now Extreme Team has done projects to change the lives of thousands of people. We're going to look back on how it began and what's next.
Watch 20 Years of Extreme Team, Wednesday at 9. Brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
It's a Factory Direct Made in Spokane spa wellness event, as Arctic Spas and Clearwater Spas have hot tubs starting at $49.99. Swim spas with special financing. Get to 8108 North Division or SpokaneHotTubSale.com.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
So what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I love her. I think I'm gonna call her Lexi.
I know you loved her, but it's time to say goodbye.
Just look at those beautiful plants and flowers from the Plant Farm. The Plant Farm is Spokane's go-to garden center. A promise of trust and confidence comes with the healthiest plants from the Plant Farm because their plants and flowers are grown right here. Get annuals, perennials, roses, trees, shrubs, and their signature hanging baskets and more, even indoor plants. Head to the Plant Farm, Spokane's go-to garden center on 4th between Evergreen and Adams in the Spokane Valley because life is better in the garden.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, mortgage rates have jumped to their highest rate since last summer. If you're in the market for a house, we'll tell you what this means for a monthly payment. Tonight on Nightside, starting at 11.
I am tracking some isolated thunderstorms around the region right now. You may hear some rumbles of thunder at your place, but it is not going to be anything compared to last night. These will be very short-lived.
I think as soon as people start to hear that, though, the question will be, you know, you start to think about what you just experienced. So good to hear.
Absolutely, yeah. No, this will be quick hitting, very isolated.
And a good weekend ahead. We'll be right here. So we hope you'll join us at 10 and at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.